Greetings, everyone. I'm Bob Ulrich, filling in for our illustrious partner, Gary Stearman. I'm here with the co-host of Prophecy Watchers, Mondo Gonzalez. Mondo, say hello.
Hello, it's good to be here.
Yeah. Wanted to give everybody a quick update on Gary. If many of you don't know, Gary had a pacemaker put in about 5 or 6 weeks ago now, and he is at home, steadily recovering, feeling pretty well, getting his energy back, getting his strength back. He actually started his rehab today at the Oklahoma Heart Hospital, and he was excited about that. They've got him on a treadmill with a personal trainer, and I expect here very soon Gary will be joining us. Mondo and I are here together today to talk about our upcoming prophecy conference in Colorado Springs, May 19th through the 22nd. This is the conference that's been canceled several times. We're finally able to have a prophecy conference. We have almost a complete sellout. In fact, I heard back from the hotel just this morning, and they let me know that as of next Tuesday, April 19th, they're no longer going to be making rooms available at the hotel for our guests. So if you're planning on coming to the event, we still have a few tickets left. There's still a handful of rooms left at the hotel. Give the Marriott Hotel in Colorado Springs a call and register for the conference while you still can. In the meantime, we have an exciting announcement today. We are ready to roll out the streaming of our event in Colorado Springs. 64 messages coming to you from so many of our favorite people you've known for many, many years after watching our program. Mondo, let's talk a little bit about some of the exciting people we have on deck at this event.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of the who's who of the prophecy world right now, and even some people that are part of that group, we had asked, but they were unavailable, they had previous commitments or whatever, but we have so many good topics. Certainly we could start off with our favorite, L.A. Marzulli. He's got some interesting stuff to say, as he always does. I appreciated his title. His title is The End Time Genetic Stew. I mean, doesn't that just say it all right there?
And I don't know about you, but that really lures me in. I want to hear what he has to say. One of the themes of this conference, we've called it the Homeward Bound Conference. Nothing would make us happier than hearing the trumpet sound while we're at the event. But in the meantime, one of the focuses is clearly on the rapture of the church, specifically the pre-tribulation rapture.
Yeah, I think it's important too, as we think about Homeward Bound. To me, it's what Jesus told us to do, to always be, set your mind on things above, not on things on earth, and to be looking for the blessed hope. So, to be watching, to me, it's an appropriate title because our hearts are to go home.
Absolutely. Billy Crone, of course, is going to be teaching on the rapture. In fact, he just completed what I believe is the most comprehensive study on the rapture of the church ever done anywhere by anyone. He's going to be speaking twice at the event. Tommy Ice is going to be teaching on the rapture. Our new friend, Lee Brainerd, is actually going to be teaching on the pre-wrath rapture of the church and why this is not biblical. Do you want to comment on that?
Yeah, he was here. We actually did a full-length program on this to get kind of the bottom of it, because we're seeing in the development of the rapture today, I think we're seeing so many divergence from the true pure doctrine of the pre-trib rapture to some of the things, whether it's the pre-wrath again or the partial rapture theory. These are really concerning, and he does a great job of getting down to the nitty-gritty and of precision in the sense of teaching on really just going back to the understanding of the pre-trib rapture, not a variant.
Pete Garcia is going to be with us talking about the rapture along with close friend Terry James. They have a new book out called The Disappearing, which I just finished reading. It's going to be a fantastic subject of the event. Now, you can't have a prophecy conference right now without looking at current events going on in the world. And Bill Salas is going to be with us, actually speaking 3 times on Ezekiel 38, on the pre-tribulation prophecy rapture, and on the millennium and the New Jerusalem. So Bill is always, one of our favorite guests and one of our favorite speakers, talking about 3 really important subjects with what's happening right now in Russia, in the Middle East. The world is, we know it, may never be the same again. Things are really coming apart at the seams. So is there a better time to have a prophecy conference?
And then we have another Bill. Bill Koenig is going to be speaking, about some other stuff too. Why don't you share about that?
Well, Bill's first message is entitled Benjamin Netanyahu and Donald Trump, Past, Present, and Future. So that kind of got me excited. His second message, I don't want to go into too much detail, but you can probably read between the lines. It's entitled 2020 and 22. America on the brink. And I think we're going to be looking a little bit into the political situations here in our own country. Now, one of the big subjects, one of the hot subjects that we're going to be talking about, Tom Hughes specifically, Tom's message is called Collapse. And I think we can all figure out where Tom's going with that, the Great Reset.
Yeah. I mean, this is something that, some people 2-3 years ago never even heard of it, but as things are coming now, you can't deny what's happening. And, people think that, or maybe they have put their guard down a little bit and thinking, we have moved beyond, things are getting back to normal. But in the quiet times, these people, the elite people, the global elite, however you want to phrase them, they have not calmed down. They have continued to move forward. And so to have Tom speak about this is going to be very, very important.
Are we living in the last days? What do you think?
Well, absolutely. But the question is, are we in the last days of the last days? And I would say certainly yes.
Well, Doug Woodward is going to be with us talking about the final Babylon. And is America Babylon? Is America the daughter of Babylon? Who is Mystery Babylon? All these subjects are really tremendously confusing to people, and I think Doug has a really good take on some of those things. Bob McGinnis. Now, Bob is a Pentagon insider. He's going to be talking about China and the New World Order. And this is someone who has tremendous inside information about things going on, not just in China, not just in America, all over the world, in the Middle East, and I'm excited to hear Bob's presentation. With all the bad things going on in the world, there's things that some people are very fearful about right now. In fact, I don't think we've ever had interest in our ministry like we're going through right now. We're all just trying to hold on for the ride, waiting to hear the trumpet sound. But one of the voices that I really enjoy, and I'm sure you've seen him on our program before, is Larry Ollison. And Larry has a message entitled, No Fear. A second message talking about your journey to heaven. So when all of the things going on in the world, that make us all wonder, where is this all going? It's great to have the voice of reason, the voice of hope, the voice of what we have to look forward to in the future.
Yeah, it's so true. And one of the things that we've been trying to do here over and over is prophecy wasn't meant to scare anybody. I mean, maybe it might put some accountability or maybe fear into the heart of someone who hasn't put their faith and trust in Jesus. But for the believer, these are exciting things. Now, granted, they can be tough. And Jesus said we'd have tribulation in this world, but he told us to watch and to be prepared and to be ready so that even though things get difficult, he promises to be with us. But again, the goal is to be homeward bound. It's to look forward to that blessed hope.
We were together here just a few months ago at the pre-trib conference down in Dallas, and I heard a message by Randall Price there on globalism. And when he finished, I mean, in all seriousness, it was one of the greatest presentations and messages I've ever heard in my lifetime. In fact, it was so good, I asked Randall if he would come to our conference and reproduce the message. So when you see where this is all going and how we're being taken down this road, very quickly now, things have seemed to really have accelerated as we move forward. And Randall, of course, being a prominent archaeologist, has a unique view on the scripture. Ryan Pitterson. Ryan is another guy who's been writing here for the last few years specifically about the Nephilim and the ties of the Nephilim to the future Antichrist, and he's going to be speaking a couple times at the event. Brent Miller. Brent Miller has a new movie coming out on kind of a strange subject. Who makes a movie about Judas? And this is going to be a highlight, I think, for a lot of people, where Brent's message is on this parable in the Bible about Judas and the end times, and Brent is going to be with us as well. Did I leave anybody out? We have so many people. Ken Johnson. Let's talk a little bit about the calendar man.
Yeah, I mean, Ken has been certainly, as you know, he's on our channel a lot, and we have interviewed him quite a bit, but he's on the forefront of really understanding the Dead Sea Scrolls and just the message, the prophetic message that they have in the sense of, which the Dead Sea Scrolls, a lot of certainly the non-biblical stuff, is still echoed. It echoes the scriptural admonitions to be ready for the end, because certainly at that time they were believing the end was coming then. So as we see Ken's work, it reminds us to always be ready, which I think is exciting.
Yeah, his research on the Essenes, his research on the autobiographies of some of the Old Testament patriarchs, some of these things are being discovered now, right now in the Dead Sea Scrolls, where Ken just can hardly keep up with trying to get all the information out. Now, we would love for you to be part of the event. Let me tell you just a little bit about how you can sign up for the live streaming. If you head over to our website, prophecywatchers.com, scroll down a little bit down the page and you'll see a big bright blue banner. Click on that banner and it'll take you to where you'll register for the event, pay for the event. The cost of the event is $85. You're going to be able to see all of these messages, 66 messages, and you can watch them anytime you want. You don't have to be there live, and you're going to have 6 months to watch all the messages. So whenever it's convenient for you, you'll get to watch the messages. We've added a couple of interesting bonuses, I think, to make that even better. And you know, people literally are coming from all over the world. Since we've been on the Daystar Network, we have literally gone into virtually every continent in the world today. People are coming from all these different countries. You're going to be able to not just watch the 66 messages, but we've added a bonus of all 80 messages from our past virtual conference. So 80 and 64 is 144 messages, which I think is kind of prophetic in itself.
Yeah.
144 messages, and to make it even better, we're going to throw in a free 1-year subscription to the Prophecy Watcher digital magazine. 64 messages, 80 bonus messages, and a free 1-year subscription for a one-time fee of $85. Sign up at prophecywatchers.com, click on the big banner. If you have trouble getting through, just call us here at the ministry at the toll-free number on the screen, and we'd be happy to walk you through that. What do you think?
Well, it's going to be awesome, and we have a few more here speakers to talk about. You know, we have Nathan Jones from Lion and Lamb. He's going to be coming and speaking. He's going to be speaking on really the wars of the end times, as well as the fate of Islam. I mean, Islam's not going away in the near future, and so the question is, how does it really interact the end time scenario?
And I think that's fascinating because a lot of people believe that Islam is deeply involved with the Antichrist being Islamic. We take a completely different approach to that. We believe that Islam, Russia, some of these countries that attack Israel in Ezekiel 38 are destroyed at the hand of God.
Certainly humbled, for sure.
We've also done something a little bit unique this year. We have so many speakers who want to come to our conferences, but you have to understand you can only have so many people. We have 25 speakers this year, and we left so many people out. So what I did just yesterday is I went into some of our past prophecy conferences, and we've done many, many conferences. And I've taken the people who are not with us this year, and I've kind of created Prophecy Watchers' greatest hits. Jan Markell, David Reagan, Mark Hitchcock, J.D. Farag, Claudia Koenig, Carl Teichribb, Richard Shaw, Jack Langford, David Hawking, Don Perkins, Tom Horn, Michael Lake, Chris Putnam. I mean, all these people who've presented tremendous messages at past conferences that are not out of date in the least. We've selected subjects that are still as pertinent today as they were 2, 3, 4 years ago. And those are all going to be bonuses, you know, for all of the people live streaming the event. So we're looking forward to a great event, May 19th through 22nd. Go to prophecywatchers.com or give us a call toll-free here at the ministry. And looking forward to seeing all of you from all around the world.
Amen.